friends in Alabama. Stay safe in the thunderstorms today. KF5 HSR clear.
There he is, Carl. KO4K. Well, what about it, all right? Jimmy Swagger, KO4K.
Hey, did he stay up late impeaching and caucusing last night? Maybe that's where he is.
Yeah, he cockeyed.
KM went to bed on the president. That's worse than tearing up the speech.
Oh, I saw that this morning. That just shows you who you're dealing with. I don't care how she feels about him. That's just bad. That's bad.
KG4A. Jimmy Swagger, scrambled eggs with cheese, hash browns, cat head biscuits, gravy.
Holy cow, I believe all that but the hash browns and the cat heads, because you ain't eating that. That's too many carbos. Well, that sounds awful good. What about you, Carl?
Kale and collards?
No, an extra large jumbo honey bun.
All right. Busting loose. He's busting loose. Man, he's wide open. Go, Bernie.
You see where Hillary's aunt committed suicide?
I thought they killed it in the park. I may get out and get a biscuit this morning, all right? What do you think?
Aftershocks from that collards and kale, did you?
As soon as it dries off enough, I'm going to pick you some collards and kale.
Well, collards is like cooking leather, ain't they?
Not if you get them when they're young and tender and boil them long enough.
Oh, mate. I think KM needs some of that greenery. He's looking sort of jondered.
You see where all them people are getting rat wings and thought they were getting chicken wings?
You ever had rat wings, all right? Better yet, have you ever seen a flying rat?
It's on Facebook. Brad said 2+ inches of rain today. Flood stage, flood alert.
What are them big storms, Carl? They done called them off.
They're going to go, they're not coming across 72. They're going up I-65.
Oh, well, good.
They couldn't rule out quick spin up either. They couldn't rule out quick spin up either.
No, Saturday morning. No,
Spinnaker.
Coming a young flood over here. Young flood.
you haven't seen anything yet. Just wait till 1 o'clock's when it's going to start.
Oh, it is? This is just a precursor?
You ain't seen anything.
Better get some of them recycle totes over there, KM.
Oh, man.
Put them in that doorway.
Oh, man. Well, you know, I made a bucket tour. Everywhere else is doing good. No water yet anywhere other than the one I mentioned that I noticed.
My goodness, it's a rain.
2 inches. That stuff's coming straight down to it.
Yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Clearing off here. It must be regional.
Yeah. It's washing them radish seeds out.
Figured they've floated down to Waterloo by now.
Well, it needs to let up or something out there.
Have you filled up your rain barrel for the summer yet?
Negative. Have you?
Never did drain it all winter. It's been full all winter.
Well, that's that old water, huh?
That's no good.
That old stuff's the best.
Corona.
He got that age drain, all right. Better than yours. It's distilled.
Oh, yeah, fermented.
I got mine before the Zika got in it, or the Corona, whichever one you're getting now.
Well, still got that SARS and that Ebola.
What's the shelf life of all that?
It's endless.
Like Energizer batteries, just keeps going and going and going.
No, you can't shut it down. Or like that chili starter. Any kind of warning labels on that can?
You know, I was just thinking about that. What about that Amish bread starter? You know, that stuff's been going since the first Amish made a loaf of bread.
Oh, yeah.
Dry as a chip over here.
It's lit off over here.
Water running out in the middle of the road. KO4KN Mobile.
Well, that's usually what it'll do when it's raining.
Comes one of them purple buses with nobody in it, Carl. Got all that fancy doodad painting on it.
Can you tell where it's going or where it came from or why they even out there?
Negative to none of the above. Over. What are you doing, torturing that cat?
That's Squeaky from.
Squeak out a minute and be right back. KO4KN.
Well, sure is nice out here. Mighty nice.
KO4KN Mobile.
All right, come on. Check this baby out. Check her out. Checkpoint chickie. KO4KN.
Well, now it's picking up.
Go put a knock on the door and ask them what they think they're doing. Well, there ain't nobody up there right now. Here goes a feller walking across the parking lot. He just sauntering like it ain't even raining. Got shorts on. It'll be soaking wet time he gets in there. Wonder if I could order from my car right here and then pull around there to pick up and then bring it out. You know, I bet that'd work. I believe I'd just go home. Dang, bottom done dropped out of it here. Pull around there in that fire lane, put them flashers on, lock your door and going in. Could. We ain't got that purple stuff headed this way now. I may never get out of this truck. Yeah, I believe I'd just use the fire lane. You know, at half and half and cat food's more important. Got that right. Look, that truck's done come and pick up that garbage. Well, you gotta get out there and move them cans back around, ain't you? Not if it's raining. Well, it ain't gonna hurt you. Look, 1 1/4 inches at the house. That's right, 1 1/4. Well, that's good to know. Anything else you want to know? Like a dew point or visibility? Well, I may have to drag his umbrella out, I guess. Get in there. Okay for it. She's raining too hard. I gotta go. I got a nap I gotta get on time. Okay for it. Get now. Sweet. They letting schools out. Okay, yeah, letting schools out early. And I believe we know who that was. Okay for it. Keep it up here, bozo.
I'm gonna have to find a new group of friends. There's too goofy.
Yeah? Good luck.
Yeah, I may go back to 6-1.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. You be the new czar over there.
Good morning, Bob. Don't know what all that feedback's about, but good morning to you anyways. Got old Mobile Bozo out there.
Good morning. Yeah, you don't know anything about it, do you?
Seeing as he's the one that did it.
Well, you hear any feedback? KO4K. I'll be listening in a minute.
How come your voice is so echoey this morning? Sound like you're in a cavern. For WXB, wondering if Bill still has the hots for Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, he went and took a shower right in the middle of that State of the Union. That's worse than what Pelosi did. Sort of disrespectful to turn your back on a man giving a State of the Union address.
Apparently there's a 2,000-pound great white shark about 100 miles off of Panama City Beach. Woo-hoo.
Well, it is the ocean, ain't it?
Yeah, they got whales out there too. That's a big shark, 2,000 pounds.
Reckon that's a ton?
Right close to it.
That's so dark out here.
On a bathroom scale to see how much he weighed.
Well, let's see if I can get in the house now without getting too wet. Get you inside. Take it for it.
Go outside, you might get hit by lightning and for WXV.
Oh, coming another flood now. I want to be getting some extra buckets over here, KN.
Well, the bottom has officially fallen. Can't see 50 feet in front of you. Keyboard VFO mobile.
Are you in Winston County?
No, as far as I can see, I think I'm still in Colbert County.
Sun's shining here.
Well, it's kind of shining over here if you can see through all these drops. Go 100 yards and you can see again then.
Yeah, well, the sun's out over here. As a fake picture, I won't send it out there. Good morning, VFO. Sunshine.
It's a beautiful day over here. 62 degrees, sun out, light breeze.
Thinking about putting a short sleeve shirt on.
Hey, Ted, believe it or not, the sun did just come out.
I believe it. It's out over here right now.
Well, come on, it ain't really out. It's just making the clouds really glow.
No, it's out.
I can vouch for the out part.
There's some glow, but it's out.
Hey, negative, Ghost Rider. It's all bright up there, but it's still overcast as far as I can see in every direction, unless you got a different sky over there.
Well, I got a different sky. You know, you're at a different angle than I'm at, so.
Yeah, so there.
So there, Ghost Rider, Trump Ranger.
Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Thought he quit smoking.
He's seeing clouds and rain when it's not there.
Well, I had to pass through a lake on both sides of the road coming out of my subdivision.
That must show was built on a swamp, you know. Let's see where y'all gonna buy another pump. VFO to keep the city from going under.
I always can use more pumps.
Have you got a boat for when that sinkhole opens up?
Boats don't work in sinkholes. Getting out. Cable Viva.
Get sunburn.
Yeah, go, Bernie. Boats don't work in sinkholes. Is the rain over? Have we had our fill yet?
I'm going to refer that to KN. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Well, Cox Creek here along the parkway, it is up and it is muddy. I mean, it's moving. You could whitewater in that creek this morning or now. What time are the brief spin-ups going to get here? You know, you can't rule them out.
Oh, no, sure can't. I don't know. KN been looking at them charts and maps and graphs and all he could tell us. Out there, pseudo weatherman.
We're watching Peppa Pig over there, Big Bopper.
My goodness, Peppa.
EW's on it, N4EWC. Juiced up, it is. It's juiced up. Couple of hours.
Did you say you're juiced up?
Yeah. It's about the car in. The whole line of it's full of lightning.
Well, I hope the power don't go off.
Any chance it'll rain itself out before it gets here?
I wouldn't bet on that too much. It's way back down, you know. One of them lines of crap. It's just yeller right now, but it's juiced up. Lightning strikes all over the place.
That looks juiced up, headed this way, Carl.
How juiced up is it?
Well, a lot of red and purple.
You say it is or it's not? I thought David said it was just all yaller.
Well, this radar I've got pulled up here, which I guess, you know, got purple and red in it. Or red and purple. Whichever one you want to say first.
Is that where the juice is?
Yes. I would presume that's where it is.
Something looks like it's got a possible tornado in New Albany, Mississippi with 1 inch hail. I'm not sure where that's going. I hope it don't come here, though.
I hope it don't either.
Track's got it west to us, but you know how accurate that might be.
Well, I guess Bob probably get him a good nap once that line gets here. How about it, Bob? Storm nap.
How about it, Carl? Pork tenderloins, baked potato, green beans. QSL.
Uh-huh. For you. Got a bow, Ken, got a bow. Oh, diddly.
You got your hatches battened down? KB4L. Yeah, we're kind of ready to go here. Y'all got sirens out there at the gate? We sure do. Right down there at the fire station. It's going off. Yeah, ours too. Good luck. Get your hard hat and put on. Yeah. Is it just, if conditions are right, or are they actually tracking what you heard? They think that this thunderstorm that's coming in from Mississippi has got a little rotation in it, from Tishomingo County, but they just issued a blanket warning, you know, for everything to the west of us.
WA4FYN, I'm here.
Power gone off, Tom?
No, sir, we're doing fine out here. We've got light, gas, and water, and plenty of rain. Yeah, but we sure got a good. We're right in the bullseye, though, aren't we?
That's what it's looking like. Hope not, though. I need to get out of here.
Makes me think I wish I'd bought my barrel when I had a chance. I don't even have a barrel.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, all I've got's that stinky old garbage can out there, and I sure dread that.
I don't know about that garbage can. I guess I can put my plan is put that motorcycle helmet on and get under this coffee table in here. You got a baseball
Duck and cover.
Might have made it. Do you have a basement of Shia number 2?
No, I wish there was.
Yeah, the only protection we got is a big closet in the middle of the house where my wife hangs her clothes. You know, it's got walls all around it, no windows, and clothes all around it. There's no way a tornado could get in there. It's got so many clothes in it.
That's your safe room?
Yeah, the only thing that could possibly happen is we get beat to death by all the shoes that are in there.
Oh, goodness. Oh, you better hurry up and meet them collards.
Yes, if there's anything left of the refrigerator when this is over, we're going to have leftovers tonight.
Well, excuse me, I hope you get that opportunity.
Yeah, we're prepared. We've got our Harbor Freight flashlights scattered all over the house, so we can reach one at any given moment.
That's good.
Yeah, we're prepared. We've got our Harbor Freight flashlights scattered all over the house, so we can reach one at any given moment.
That's good. I thought you hooked your generator back up.
Well, it can be hooked up in about 5 minutes. Right now, I've got it opened up. Just got all the parts in to change the oil filter and the fuel filter. So it's down, but it can run. I still got my little generator if I need it.
Where's the fire? How come there's so many fire trucks out there?
I don't know. I think KN done headed to the bunker over there.
Bob, and hello.
Hello out there.
Yeah, where are you seeing fire trucks?
I was taking a nap and I heard all these fire trucks and got up and now I see a couplet that's headed towards Muscle Shoals apparently. 19 miles from us. How are you out there in the county?
Well, it's rumbling and raining, but winds are 2 miles gusting to 7. We got 1.27 inches of rain and temperature 66 degrees. I think we're going to be okay if nothing changes, if nothing happens.
Yeah, that's always the case. If nothing happens, we'll be okay.
Yeah, Brad said it's looking like it's just going to turn into a massive rainstorm.
Looks like a lot of rain between Cherokee and Waterloo out there. Gradually springs down to Cherokee and other parts southwest in Mississippi. That shear rate, the shear seemed to disappear real quick. How about KN, you got wind shear out there? Well, I'm relinquishing the repeater back to the professional weather professionals, experts.
Hey, Terry, has the repeater got power back up okay now?
Tenfold.
This alert just from my telephone says that it's all out on the western end of the county. It's at 5:08. Uh-oh.
But I got my motorcycle helmet here next to me. I connect the phone to Bluetooth, I guess. Talk through there if I become impaled on something.
Well, Brad said you need to put a towel around the back of your neck.
Yeah, I heard him say that, Tom. Said that was the most vulnerable place on your body.
I've got one of those dog e-collars, if that would make you feel safer. You could put that on and then fill the gap with some of that insulating spray foam.
We'll have to go to some yard sales this weekend and see if we can find a Darth Vader helmet. You know, it's got that long sweeping back section that protects the back of your neck.
Dad said don't panic when you're going through them puddles of water out there.
Out the road and get your hubcaps stolen some places.
What, during a thunderstorm?
I know we were coming back from Kansas City one time, and right before St. Louis, which is where we've run into a couple of severe thunderstorms, stuff was flying across the highway, so people were pulling up underneath the bridges. The truckers were giving them hell, saying you'd be safer on the road than you would be under that bridge. And truckers were mad because all they could see would be taillights, and they'd think that was the road, but in essence it was off the road, and they were mad. A lot of rain coming this way. Calling KO4KN, calling KO4KN. They must be in the basement.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he got summoned to the bunker over there.
Well, just in case you can't see TV, dime-sized hail in Cherokee, WA-Flat.
Did he say dime size?
No, you must be thinking about food. No, this is like money, dime size.
Dime size? I can just barely hear you.
A nickel and 5 pennies worth.
Grovelly.
We're back.
He's pointing at my house.
My tornado alert that Ann about me's going off back there, beeping and strobing.
Code 771, loss of satellite signal.
What am I looking at, Bob?
That tornado alert box Ann got me for my birthday.
Hey.
Power's off.
Power's off here, too.
Power's on.
How did,
Told you you'd drop down that priority list when that hospital got gone.
Thank you.
Lightning's so frequent out here, my LED sidewalk lights are going off, too.
Is that Doc? Does that say that was in, McFarland? I thought it said Barton. ORC. You can almost see my house from there.
it's kind of strange. Florence Power only shows an outage up at Lexington.
Sounds like a jet engine out here.
Florence Power says there's only 3 people affected by an outage.
I guess I know 2 of them. Tornado watch number 23 is in effect until 11 p.m.
All right, you got that 1,000 mega lume flashlight out?
No, I don't have one of them.
Get them police flashlights on sale over at that emergency wear stuff in Muscle Shoals. You want a real one?
Yeah, I need a real flashlight.
Get you one of those 6-cell D-size battery mag lights.
I got one of them, but you can't even put that thing in your pocket. It's so heavy. Drag your britches off.
I got hail hitting the garage doors.
Don't say that, Tom.
Okay.
That's why I went that Thor hammer. It's lighter weight.
Yeah.
This radar, you're going to get a bunch of rain, Jack. A bunch of rain.
48 or 19 or what?
On 19 right now is a big purple blob just west of you, maybe a little north. That's some heavy rain.
Yeah, cram that upside down septic tank you was going to get.
Too late now. This thing's headed my way.
My power went off, but it came back on. Jerry, you're about to get a deluge.
They should have made a safe thing out of that old parking deck down there.
That's a mean-looking sky.
Still in the dark, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Still dark here, too.
Wonder if the generator's running.
That's wild, because Florence Electricity says there's only 3 people without power.
then their SCADA system must be down too.
Is that same app we used out there?
Cooler down the street.
Oh, it's all over the place now, the last update. Yeah, RA, you're right in the middle of it. Goes all the way out the Savannah Highway.
I see at least a huge branch down just north in the street. Maybe a tree.
We must have got a lightning strike on our power.
It's not a tree.
Smoke alarms made a little sound like when you run over a tree frog.
This is a lot like that day we had that tornado over there by the mayor's house and Bill's brother-in-law's house.
I need a red lens on my flashlight.
So you can keep your night vision?
Yeah.
Just wearing an eye patch.
Is there any sign of them trying to reclose their breakers? I haven't seen any blinks out here.
RC, says my current rate is 9 inches an hour. What you got?
It's just barely spitting rain up here.
We're up at teeter-totter at 9 inches per hour.
Mine's at 6 inches an hour.
0.3 right now.
Old oak trees down across the street over there, or every branch it ever owned is laying on the ground.
Y'all got that purple coming over you, R.A., Jack.
Thank you very much. There, put the motorcycle helmet on.
Just calculate that little teeter-totter and that rain gauge is doing 9,000 things an hour.
A lot of teetering.
Sound like an engine running with a bad valve.
160.
You in that bunker over there? Look at the flip screen.
It's getting a workout.
Right there, bunker boy.
Bunker boy.
We got a little bit of hail out here.
Battery backup working like a charm.
Proud somebody didn't leave it in manual.
Yeah. Look like it's over here. Just rain now.
Well, the barometer just went under 1,000 millibars, 999 millibars, so we're right in the middle of the low point.
Should start turning cold in a minute.
Well, I found a weak link on the battery backup over here, that little conversion box out there in my storage room for the broadband. Must have power also, so I'll have to fix it.
Pick it up that Peloton bicycle, just pedal your way to the lights.
That battery backup over here is running. Got lights too.
Well, ain't you in high cotton?
Man, yeah. Give me a few petals off that rose.
You're getting the whole rose, mister.
Gonna hurt that dozen you got.
Thanks for sending them, Jimmy. I appreciate it. I love you too.
Buddha.
Happy Valentine's.
Give you some Mayor Pete underwear, are you?
Well, I don't see where we have any damage, but I see where part of the grill went flying. Look, there's a big branch down on the table out here, but we'll live through that.
It looks like it's on north of 43, or west of 40, yeah, east of 43, I'll get it straight. RC, you right in the middle of it, ain't you?
It's getting real quiet out here. We must have frontal passage.
10.87 per hour, Jack. Winds out of the west-northwest at 30.
I only got 15-mile-an-hour gusts. I'm on the backside of that hill, remember? Mars Hill.
Flood warning.
I was holding steady at 9-point-something inches per hour, so cats and dogs.
18, Jack. 1-8.
On 19, it looks like that purple's going all the way from Killen to the state line. without power? Anybody?
NP.
No power here.
Well, in your neck of the woods, there's 25 people without power. It officially started at 5:58. Must have lost a substation. All the way from Highway 20 to Roseville is all in the purple.
Repeat.
500 people plus without power.
I know 2 of them.
You got that app that shows you the power outages already?
I never did. I can tell you my power's out, though.
But you know what, R.A.? That new hospital still has power.
Ain't you got something better to do, try to taunt me because I ain't got no power?
Yeah, y'all got email.
Generators are running.
You got a generator, Bob? Excellent.
No, at the hospital.
They got that feed straight from them generators over at the dam.
Got that direct pipeline.
Yeah.
He's on the mayor's substation line. That's what it is.
Who, Bob?
Yeah, he's on that good grid.
Oh, yeah. Ian Grid.
Well, we're just, 4 blocks from City Hall and the police department. You know they're going to treat us right.
Let's see. Florence police reported Chisholm Road and Quail Run, Wood Avenue, trees and power lines down.
Oh, man, that leaf blower will be working overtime tomorrow, won't it?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got power over there yet?
Negative.
You got your generator going?
Negative.
I got my finger on the lockout button on the scanner, but that obtrusive repeater never shows back up except for when I take my finger away from it. Area of large separation where?
It's all over here. Nothing else to see. K4EAY. Move on.
Really?
Did you say it's over, Carl? We can go to bed now?
It's over. Bob can get up now.
10-4.
Roger Wilco.
I've been up, mister.
Terry, did you measure that rain? How many inches per minute, inches per hour, however Jack measures it?
I had like 6 inches an hour.
Was that a lot on a scale?
I don't know. It didn't rain for an hour, so how do you know?
Somebody call KN and check on him. There's a wreck on 157.
Which 157 would that be?
Yours, not mine.
That's Underwood going up to Cloverdale.
Nice to have LA 23 on board tonight.
All right, it looks like the clubhouse still has power.
What's a clubhouse?
KN's over there to have lunch yet?
It's anything like a gentleman's club.
Yeah, though.
You say you're going to the gentleman's club, Carl?
But I just heard somebody talking about one. Where is it?
You gotta find a new place since they closed both of yours over toward Madison, don't you, Carl?
Yeah, the one over there between Athens and Madison.
Is Jimmy still open, Carl?
I have no idea. Go by it every once in a while. Is that the one just outside of Athens?
In Madison.
We'll go to the Stardust Club up there on Highway 20.
Jack, did you ever go to Johnny's?
Oh, yeah, Club 13, all of them.
It pretty much went downhill in Huntsville, didn't it, Carl, when they closed Buster's?
Yeah, they just ruined everything, didn't it? Hey, I'll be back here in a minute.
Must be Vanna time. I'll be back in a little bit. Cal, hey.
Who? I believe that was KYP.
Kind of KY's jelly.
KO4K. Back from babysitting.
Carl said it was okay to get out.
Okay, I got my survival soup cooking on my survival stove. Supper time.
You're gonna be all right then. Enjoy your evening, Tom. KO4KN. Your audio is about 2 dB above the noise level, though.
Okay, but we have a problem. We can't get any water out of the refrigerator.
Just put a bucket outside.
KN, you know that junkyard down there next to Happy Hollow Bridge?
Yeah, the guy with all the cars, lawnmowers, boats, and anything else that you can think of.
Yep, probably don't have to worry about him anymore.
Uh-oh. What happened? The water get too high for him?
Said water was coming up over the bridge at Happy Hollow.
Holy cow.
Hey, Barry, if you were just guessing, would you guess that anything he had down there would start?
I'm amazed at anything he's got out there boat-wise even floats, much less anything will run.
Last time we went through there, he had a pretty decent-looking pontoon boat tied up there. Look, you know, the motor had a little sheen to it. Wasn't faded gray or something.
Hadn't figured out his angle yet. He's got a for sale sign on 1 or 2 items, then a whole pile of no trespassing and all this stuff hung around the property.
Well, would you guess that there might possibly be a cottonmouth hiding out down in some of that stuff somewhere?
It does have a lot of stuff. I would use another word, but I'll be polite.
A whole bunch of riding lawnmowers. Used to be riding lawnmowers down there.
Well, if that water is backed up that high there, you know what's happening at Bluffview Shores. You ever been to Bluffview Shores before, Carl?
I can't offhand think of where it is, but not that I know of.
You know where Butler Creek Road, Mount Zion Church of Christ is? County Road 61 or Butler Creek?
Oh, yeah, up on Shoal Creek?
Yeah, you turn next to the church, wind your way back down there, and turn right again off that little road, carries you down to the creek.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is. And you know that dam can back water all the way up to Goose Shoals. You know, Shoal Creek is navigable all the way to Goose Shoals.
Now, you know where I'm talking about then. You got the bluff on one side and them houses that sit way off the creek, right up next to the road on the other.
Oh, yeah. You think that's all flooded too then? Well, I'm sure it is.
You can count on it.
A lot of that floodwater's coming down from Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, Goose is rolling. And that lady told me she called TVA that time. That it gets worse the further you get down to the end of that dead-end road because it flattens out more and more. Told them to open up every spillway they had, and that guy told him on the phone if that dam was gone, it wouldn't help her.
You know where Shoal Creek goes under the highway there? Highway 43 there as you're going into Lawrenceburg. You can jump that flat-footed in the summertime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I told Buddy I'm tired of getting all that mud down here from up there, all that runoff of theirs.
Yeah, I was telling somebody else this afternoon I went to Aldi's about 1 o'clock or so, and Cox Creek, where it goes under Cox Creek Parkway out there, it's up really high, and it's muddy. It looked like just pure mud.
That chocolate milk.
Good day to go catfishing.
That little area right there above Bluffview Shores where it makes that little S-turn back to Goose Shoals Bridge is a bottleneck. It's high on both sides of the creek. It narrows up real tight, kind of makes a little zigzag, and that is a pretty little bad area.
Where Bob Rader lived?
Yeah, just above his house going towards Goose Shoals. There's the phone.
I bet that house is underwater.
You know, Shoal Creek drains a big area, and a lot of that big area is where it's been raining so much.
That goes all the way back, to Iron City, St. Joseph, and north.
J4FY. Remember they had, several years ago, when they had the flooding, they had sightings of outhouses, dog houses, garbage cans, and septic tanks floating down that river. Well, TVA used to fish out the dead horses and cows, but I don't think they do. They just flush them on through the dam now. Yeah, it takes several days for the protein level to go down on Shoals Creek after that happens. Tom, do you know where that railroad comes in from St. Joe into Iron City? Yeah, it used to go right behind my granddaddy's house. I've got some pictures of the early 40s or middle 40s when that railroad washed out there at the Shoal Creek Bridge. I mean, it just twisted the rails and ties up into knots.
Well, I'm going to be busy. Sister-in-law's got damaged, so I'm going to have to help out. KO4K.
I remember Foghorn Leghorn.
My liberal granddaughter has posted to Facebook a picture of Mitt Romney. And Douglas, his dad.
Mitt is a washed-up has-been.
Yeah, Utah will recall him. I'm sure they're kind of conservative.
Hey, if he is planning to run in 2024, which party would back him?
Strippers, transvestite strippers party.
Did you hear that? I thought that was all over. Golly, what was that?
You still alive over there, Carl? I was at Red Lobster over in Florence with my 92-year-old in-laws. And I thought he was taking that building apart. K4VFI.
You got a little iffy here for a few minutes, but we had a lot of wind and a lot more rain than anything. I think that's the hardest rain we've had in a long time. All the gutters were running over.
Yeah, it was blowing sheets of rain right by the windows of that place, and it was rattling the mullions on the windows or something, and it sounded like it was fixing to let go of a glass here and there somewhere. But it didn't, but boy, did it rain.
You made it back home okay, didn't you? Because I know our daughter came home from work, and she said there's a big tree right down the street here, right down here on Sherrod Avenue.
Yeah, I couldn't much see how to drive, but the rain slacked up some. The wind did. It still pouring rain, though. And it slacked up a little bit time I come across Singing River Bridge. It was kind of weird going across Singing River in that much rain.
So anybody out there that's driving right now needs to watch out for trees in the road, because you'll be on them before you know it, before you even see them.
That reminds me, I need to go look at that one across the street.
I thought you said they already cut that.
You get up there to the window and realize, oh yeah, that's right, they already cut that.
Maybe he's thinking about that tree's brother or sister or something.
I just walked by the TV to see Doug Jones saying that he has to vote to convict him because he has a constitutional obligation. He's got to vote that way. Why don't you just say that the Democrat power brokers, Pelosi and them, mandated he vote that way, and that's why he's having to vote that way.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be a one-termer. There's no way. And if he runs somewhere else, where would he have to go to run as a Democrat again?
I don't see how a good Christian person could run as a Democrat if you just look at what they stand for.
Well, other than graft and corruption and murder, murder by abortion, on and on and on. What do you mean? I agree 100%.
We had a will done, and I let Marcel Black do it, the attorney, who, if you recall, he was in the Senate, I think, or Congress or something for the Shoals, and he's a Democrat. and I had to ask him a whole bunch of questions. How could you possibly still be for the Democratic Party and stand under their banner with those things that they stand for?
He didn't beat around the bush, did he? Because I don't think they have a logical answer.
Well, of course he beat around the bush when I said, so you're for socialism, huh? And he goes into, what do you think Social Security is? I said, of course we got a few things that have socialist kind of aspects to it. They're safety net kind of stuff. But are you for killing babies up till when they're born? Just let the mother do it. Save a whole bunch of money.
Social Security is not socialism. It's a savings account that you still pay into.
It's taxable savings.
Be rich.
To answer your question, Carl, as I was leaving the room, to the south on the corner, 2 large oak trees were cut down earlier this week. Huge oak trees right on top of the house. But they're gone. But to the north in the park, there's either a huge tree down or most of it is down on the ground. And for WXP, go back to your socialism.
You think the tree came down in this storm? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the ones to the north did.
KO4KN Mobile. Bob, how bad did it get over there? I'm headed that way. Sister says her house has got damaged.
I'd made the comment earlier, and I don't know about over on that bluff, but when I went out on the front porch, it looked just like it did when that tornado came through a few years ago over there on that bluff. So it was pretty bad.
Can I get through?
Unless Hatch Boulevard's blocked, you can.
No, I mean, you didn't heard any bunch of sirens and stuff. They're not up there with trees everywhere.
No, I hadn't heard any sirens. I haven't been listening to Sheffield PD either.
No, I'll be monitoring as I drive. Let me know if you hear anything. KO4KN.
Where's Dick?
He called me on the phone. It don't sound good.
Oh, no. Well, on a lighter note, Bernie Madoff has less than 18 months to live and he wants out, so maybe I can get your money back.
He said he's on his deathbed. He said he don't have long to live, so he needs an earlier release.
Yeah, it's like that Harvey Updike doesn't have long to live.
Law's got the roadblock down here by the, of course that's nothing new, by the Elks Lodge. Don't try to go down there unless you want to go swimming.
Is it all underwater down there?
She's a flood.
That overpass by Longshore's probably flooded.
Yeah, don't try to go to Chaz down there. They'll be closed because of flooding.
Chaz is gone.
They finally gave it up, didn't they?
Is that thing still sitting down there?
You got power yet, R.A.?
Negative.
Must have got bad through here, R.A., because I'm headed for my sister's and it looks dark over there.
Where are you?
Crossing the bridge right now.
Be careful on Hatch, because we got quite a bit of rain, quite a bit of wind. Anyway, Terry, I don't think Naked in Afraid Zone, but you're welcome to come watch live PD.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to help them gather some stuff. Get them over to my other sister's house, so we'll see.
Let me know what it looks like when you get over there, Bill, in Fort WXP.
Well, I'm going to give y'all a vote for your roads are almost as bad as ours in Florence. That's the first comment I want to make. Almost. This is actually smoother than Chisholm right here.
Go back to where you came from. We don't need you over here dissing our roads.
I said it was smoother than Chisholm. All right, I see a fire truck first thing. I don't know what's going on here.
Are you back up on the hill yet?
I hadn't made it off road down here yet.
On Alabama.
Yeah. They got tree across Alabama down there below as you go down to the park. Got a lot of backhoe. Oh yeah, I can tell the closer I get, the messier it gets. No big trees on the ground yet though, limbs and stuff.
Yeah, it was really bad there for a few minutes, and like I said, the wind was coming from the same direction. Somebody's cooler was coming down the street. Cooler was coming down the street by the sidewalk, and a black plastic bag was going back north closer to the house, so the wind was swirling.
Well, I'm not seeing, as I get closer to their house, there's not, I mean, the power's on, obviously, and I'm not seeing big trees laying everywhere like it had last time.
Yeah, he may have lost part of the roof, or the damage may be in the backyard.
Oh yeah, right here at their house, it blew the mailbox off a pole.
That's probably not why he called you.
Let me go see. I don't see anything yet, but let me get out. KO4K.
And 4WXP. Power zone here, WA4FY.
Yep, good for you, Tom. Still off over here.
Batteries holding out?
Yep.
Anybody heard from KN yet in 4WXP?
That'd be a negative.
Whole backside of that house could be gone if it's like it was last time and some of those big trees fell.
Well, you got, RA, a night light and that Wi-Fi powered up to that UPS.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, what have you got, that night light and the Wi-Fi powered up with that UPS?
I got everything on a computer desk and a lamp.
I was trying to remember which one we set up for that.
I don't know.
Well, we lost power for about 5 minutes before we got it back. Bucket truck in the back, way up high.
Yeah, I'm back on now.
Did you say yours is on?
10-4.
Excellent.
Just in time for HEPA.
Good night.
Well, not quite yet. Almost.
I'm waiting for my Xfinity box to finish rebooting. Welcome, connecting to your entertainment package.
Ooh.
I guess Bill may have to spend the night over there on the bluff next door.
Yeah. Turn around.
I thought I'd go look, but nah.
Just be in the way.
I'm gonna wait till that bucket truck leaves before I turn the computer back on.
Go down there in the morning after you get up. Put that fishnet vest on.
There must have been a limb over that line down there. Because when we went out there, the city was already out there. The truck was already out there flashing lights and stuff. And then it's at the south end of the block. And I could see that guy in that. So at first I heard the click and the power came back on. Then the guy went up in the bucket truck. So I don't know what he was doing after they turned the power on. Got dogs on. A&E, these police dogs, in a big contest. Now the internet and the TV's down. Power's on.
KL4K and K4VFI.
I think he's still over at his sister's house.
Yeah, just trying to get an update. Has he heard anything from him? Did they have any damage?
No, not yet. Not much going on. We had a big bucket truck in the alley a while ago, but resetting something down there and interfered with the TV and the electricity, but it was only off about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they came back on. That's all I've seen.
Well, I was just curious. Back to getting on Facebook and see what Carl's got to say now.
Alrighty.
I will tell you, Paula said that she read somewhere online or something that the sirens went off over here in most shows. Of course, we weren't here. We were at it eating in Florence.
Oh yeah, they went off everywhere over here. I was taking a nap and woke up. They woke me up. I thought I was dreaming as fire trucks, but as soon as I woke up, I knew what it was.
So they think there was a spin up maybe, or just straight line winds?
Well, I don't know. There was a couple of couplets down in Mississippi that were headed this way. I don't know what happened to them, but there were indications.
Well, once I turned around and started looking out the window, the rain that was coming around Red Lobster was being whipped at a phenomenal speed around the edge of that building. I mean, and blowing out towards the Cox Creek.
Yeah, that's what we were seeing over here. The park north of us has either lost a tree or a lot of huge limbs. They're all in the park, though, not in the street. And then when I was out there during all that, here came a cooler down the street, headed south down the street, a plastic bag headed north in the front yard. So I guess it was swirling between the houses, or maybe not, but it was certainly some rotation there, albeit in the wrong direction, so it was clockwise instead of counterclockwise.
Well, the winds were definitely coming out of the northwest, and if you think up there on the loop road around the bluff, they would be facing northwest, wouldn't they?
Yep. You know, those on the right side of the road, their backyards face that river, and that wind comes across there and comes up that bluff to them, so they may have lost part of the roof or tree damage, or who knows.
All right, thank you for the input.
All right, if I hear anything else, I will let you know. I'm going to go out on Facebook and check a couple of friends that I know live over there, see if they've said anything. And for WXB.
KO4KN Mobile.
Did you finally decide to go home?
It's a mess. I've been emptying buckets and mopping for a while, and it's a problem. There are 2 trees down in his backyard that went actually to the neighbors. It was on the neighbor's property line, fell over in their yard. And there's a tree down the street blocking, you know how it's separated road. It's blocking one side of that. So, but what happened, it looked like straight line winds to me, but whatever it was, peeled back part of the roof and laid it over in the side yard.
Yeah, it was real windy, really windy. I think I know his neighbor. But, well, I don't know what you can do except cut trees down, but people are not going to do it.
Well, the tree didn't do the damage. It was the wind that peeled back part of the roof. And when it did, of course, here come the rain. So we were trying to move furniture around, you know, to keep it from getting wet, putting buckets out, and trying to determine how we could position stuff to keep it as dry as we could, you know, and just that kind of stuff.
Yeah, is that a 1-story or a 2-story?
Ian came over and looked around, shook his head. It's a 1.
Yeah, think Ian's his neighbor, isn't he?
Yeah, he had some damage too. I don't remember what he was saying. I don't think his roof got damaged, but his patio got tore up, furniture busted. And I don't know. He was talking to Pat. But, and then of course the neighbor on the other side's the one that's got the trees laying over. But I think Dick talked to him, and he said it didn't hurt their house as far as he could see. Just made a mess.
Yeah, I think Ian had a lot of damage last time. A lot of damage. And then the Lindsays, that live a couple of doors down, they lost a side of their house, caved in. Gonna have to figure out a way to make that roof unappealing to wind damage.
Well, it's kind of unique. The house it's got a sunroom and enclosed, you know, and that's where it got peeled back. And it blew so hard it pushed the window. It didn't bust the window. It pushed the window casing in about 5 inches into the house.
It lowered. I haven't looked at our ceilings. We've got a couple of places in the kitchen that leak really bad when we have heavy rain with a lot of wind. I guess I'll go in there a little bit and look.
Well, it's going to have a new roof completely because it ripped shingles, of course, when that other part went. It just peeled back like a big can opener and laid it in the side yard. So, and it's going to have a complete interior roof because it's, you know, obviously poured in. The sunroom was just leaking like a sieve, and then it started backfilling into the house. That's where we had to start moving some stuff. And they'll have to have it completely. You know, it's a disaster. He's looking at probably $40,000-$50,000.
The only thing we had is power went off and back on 3 times, 2 times really fast, and then the third time, maybe about 10 minutes, had to reboot the file server and the router. That's about all I had to do. Both of them kept falling offline, but as soon as I rebooted them, that evened out. That's the only damage we had. But enough.
Well, what's weird is the last time the tornado came through up there and tore everybody's house up, Ian's and the whole block, he had a tree go down in the backyard, but didn't hit the house. It blew some shingles off and damaged his little screened-in porch, which he's got attached to the sun porch. And they put a new roof on his house because of the shingle damage, and redid his screen around his porch and fixed the gutters. You know, it was damage, and it was extensive because it had to have a new shingle roof, but this is much worse.
Oh, yeah.
I told him they just won't leave him alone. It gets, you know, where their house is, that wind gets rolling down that river. There ain't nothing to stop it. It comes rushing up and hits that. You know, I don't know how to explain it.
It comes across that flatland over in Lauderdale County, and then across even flatter river, and then it hits that bluff and goes straight up.
He said they were literally, the food was still on the table when I got there. He said, we were sitting here just starting to eat. He said it sounded like a train coming through the backyard. He said, I looked and my window was coming in.
No, who was it? Somebody said, I think it was VFO said the wind sounded like something, a train or something, and man, it was raining and windy hard over here.
Well, there was scattered limbs and trees, you know, smaller stuff around the area. As the closer I got to that part of the road, And like I say, further down that street, probably about half a block or a little more, there was a big tree laying across that split road. They had cones up, the city did, where you couldn't go through. You'd have to go around the other way to get through.
Yeah, there's some big trees back there. There's some big trees all over Sheffield. The people 2 doors down to the south, Pam and David, they had 2 giant oaks cut down in their front yard. I think the city cut most of one, and then Affordable came and cut the rest of it in the other one this week. And luckily they did, or they'd have those 2 big oaks on their house.
Yeah, well, you know how many years ago it's been, what? Probably longer than I think now, 5, 6 years when they had that damage up there. I didn't know it came a storm hardly, and I went over there. It was a disaster. There were trees everywhere. Like I said, his power was off for probably over a week. And I took the generator over there and helped him clean up a little bit, but it wasn't, his house was livable. Right now, I told him, I said, I don't know if I'd stay in it. Tomorrow they may move into my sister's house. She's out of town all the time, or a lot of the time, so if she's sick, just go over there and stay. So, it's so soaked, the interior ceiling could just easily fall in.
Yep, I understand. Been there, done that.
When I got there, that little sunroom has got like a little step down. It was an add-on to the house, Like I say, it's enclosed. It's got real nice, windows all the way around it. Real nice tile in the floor, and it's part of the house. It's heated and cooled. I bet you could have sailed boats in there. There was 4 inches of water in the floor.
Those turn cold. It's supposed to be snow flurries tomorrow night, isn't it?
Yeah, they're probably going to, I'm sure the agent will send an adjuster out or whatever, but I would imagine, I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they ask you guys to vacate here, because it's just to the point of dangerous. Let me put it this way, one of the light fixtures, you remember that episode of the Three Stooges where the guys were rewiring their house, plumbing their house, and the cook in the kitchen turned the switch on and water came out of the light fixture?
Yeah, when Jane and I went to Nebraska almost 5 years ago, we came back down through Kansas and spent the night in Salina, Kansas. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, the fire alarms went off. And I went to the door and opened the door, and there's water coming out of all the light fixtures. So at first, I think it's raining, or I think the building's on fire at first because there's so much water on the roof. And we're on the 2nd floor, and it's a 4-story building. And but it turns out it had been raining, but nothing would shut those smoke alarms off. Somebody's got a stuck button.
Yeah, it's not me.
Obviously not me.
I was fixing to time out. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, that's the way it was. I went in there, first thing I looked up, and there was a light fixture with water gushing out of it.
Down.
Well, whatever it was went away. Anyways, KO4KM. But, yeah, that's something you don't see every day. You go into somebody's house and look up, and there's a stream of water coming out of a light fixture.
Yep.
It's stuck again.
Not me. Could be a goober, could be a repeater.
I think the repeater's acting up.
Yeah, went over to another frequency. It's not me.
Well, if I knew how this radio worked, I'd put it on reverse and see if I could hear anybody transmitting, but I'm too tired to even think about it.
Don't have to press reverse. I can hear it on the scanner when it locks.
Something's happening to the repeater. Probably got water in it.
At minimum. I have to figure out how to keep this from timing out so quickly. We must have warmed it up.
He just had a bunch of insulation blown in the ceiling a couple of years ago to add to the R factor. I told him, I said, it's going to be a mess in here when they pull that roof off. Well, he was taking it pretty good. My sister was obviously upset. I told her, I said, well, look at it this way. I mean, you know, it's an inconvenience. You're upset, but you get to remodel. Choose new colors, and new ceiling, and, you know, the whole nine. Bob, I'm about to pull up here. If you're still listening, I'm going to get out. I'm going to take a quick shower, and I'm going to bed. I'll catch you tomorrow sometime, hopefully. And have a good rest of the night. KO4K.